Before we begin this journey, take a moment to support this story. If you love powerful history, forgotten voices, and stories the world almost lost, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. It helps stories like this stay alive. Long ago, before airplanes, before cars, before big cities, there was a land in Africa where women did not hide. They did not run. They did not cry in fear. These women went to war. When enemies heard their footsteps, they dropped their weapons. When they saw their faces, they knew they would not survive. These were not stories. These were not legends. These women were real. They were mothers, daughters, sisters, and they were the deadliest army in West Africa. This is the forgotten story of the Women Warriors of Benin. A long, long time ago, in West Africa, there was a powerful kingdom called Dahomey. Today, this land is known as Benin Republic. Dahomey was not a weak place. It had kings, armies, strong walls, and strict laws. The king ruled from a large palace. Everyone obeyed him, but Dahomey had a secret, something no other kingdom had. A secret army made only of women. At first, these women were not soldiers. Some were palace guards. Some were elephant hunters. Hunting elephants was dangerous. One mistake meant death. The king watched them closely. He saw their courage, their discipline, their loyalty, and one day, the king made a decision that changed history. He turned them into an army. A real army. They were called Nunamidin. That means our mothers. When a girl was chosen, her old life ended. She said goodbye to her family. She said goodbye to her name. From that moment on, she belonged to the army. No more playing. No more childhood. No more fear. The palace gates closed behind her. And once they closed, they never opened again. Training was painful. Very painful. The women learned to feel no fear. They climbed sharp trees. They ran for hours. They fought until their hands bled. They were taught one rule: never run, never surrender. Death was better than shame. They could not marry. They lived only for war. The king was their only husband. Discipline was absolute. Breaking rules meant death. The first lesson was simple: fear must die first. The girls were ordered to walk barefoot over sharp thorns. Every step cut their skin. Blood touched the earth. Some cried, some screamed, but the trainers did not stop them. They said, "Pain is your teacher. Fear is your enemy." Next came the trees. Tall trees, covered with sharp thorns. The women were ordered to climb them without stopping. If they screamed, they failed. If they hesitated, they failed. Blood ran down their arms, but their faces stayed calm. They learned something important. Pain does not control the mind. The mind controls pain. After fear was broken, training became deadly. They learned to fight with spears, swords, muskets. Later, rifles. They practiced attacking fast. No mercy, no hesitation. Trainers shouted, "Strike first, strike hard, strike again." A slow warrior was a dead warrior. Any girl who ran away was sent home in shame. Many never returned. Those who stayed were no longer ordinary girls. Inside the army, rules were everything. The women could not marry. They could not have children. The king was their only husband. Breaking this rule meant death. Even talking too much was punished. Silence made them sharp. Discipline made them dangerous. Every night, the women were reminded who they were. Not wives. Not daughters. Warriors. They were told stories of victory. Stories of enemies defeated. They were taught to believe one thing: you are stronger than fear. You are stronger than death. If this story is moving you, if these women inspire you, pause for one moment. Like this video, to honor their courage, share it so others can learn their story, and subscribe so more African history is never forgotten. When training ended, A ceremony was held. Each woman received her weapon. She was now called Non-Metanian, our mother, not because she gave birth, but because she protected the kingdom. From that moment on, she was ready for war. The first battle was always the hardest. The drums beat loudly, the ground shook, the women marched forward. Some were afraid, but they did not show it. Fear was no longer allowed. When enemies saw them, they laughed. "Women," they said. Then the fighting began, and the laughter stopped. The women fought harder, faster, more fiercely. Enemies ran. Some dropped their weapons without fighting. Some women were wounded. Some died, but no one turned back. Running away was worse than death. Their name, their honor, their life, all depended on courage. The women warriors had mastered fear, but a new enemy was coming. An enemy with guns, cannons, and ships from across the sea. And this enemy would change everything. War did not begin with shouting. It began with drums, slow drums, heavy drums. Each beat told the women one thing: it is time. The warriors stood in lines. Their faces were calm. No crying, no talking, only breathing and the sound of drums. The women marched for days, through forests, through heat, through pain. They carried weapons, heavy weapons. No one complained. Complaining was weakness, and weakness had no place in war. Attacks happened at dawn, when enemies were tired, when guards were sleepy. Then suddenly, the women charged. Screams filled the air. Spears flew. Swords flashed. The enemy was shocked. They did not expect women. Many enemies ran away. Some froze in fear. They had never seen women fight like this. The warriors showed no mercy. They moved fast. They struck hard. Fear spread faster than fire. Victory came, but it was not clean. Blood covered the ground. Some warriors did not stand up again. Friends were lost, but no tears fell. Tears were for later. At night, the warriors sat by fire. No songs, no laughter, only memories. They remembered the fallen. Courage had a price, and they paid it with blood. News spread fast, across villages, across kingdoms. "Do not face Dahomey's women," they warned. "They fight harder than men." The warriors became legends, while still alive. The king honored them. He trusted them more than anyone. They guarded the palace. They guarded the kingdom. Dahomey stood stoic, but far away, something dangerous was moving. Across the sea, strange ships appeared. Ships taller than houses. Ships with thunder inside them. Europeans had arrived. Frontline attacks, surprise raids, fearless charges, enemies shocked seeing women fight harder than men. Franco-Dahomeyan wars, women charged machine guns, heavy losses, refused to surrender. This war was different. No drums, no warning, thunder exploded. Smoke filled the air. Warriors fell without being touched. Guns had changed war, but the women did not run. Even when bullets flew, they charged forward. Fear met fearlessness. Courage met metal. The battles were unfair. Spears against guns. Courage against machines. Many warriors fell, but none begged. None surrendered. Europeans were shocked. They wrote about the women. They said, "These are the bravest fighters we have ever seen." The kingdom began to weaken, not because of fear, but because the world had changed. Guns spoke louder than courage. The women warriors were still standing, but their numbers were fewer, and the final battle was coming. A battle that would end an era. The drums beat again, slower now, heavier now. Many warriors were gone. The lines were shorter. The silence was deeper, but those who remained still stood tall. They knew this battle would be different. They knew some would not return. Yet no one stepped back. The women marched one last time, feet heavy, hearts steady, not toward victory, but toward duty. They did not march because they believed they would win. They marched because they were warriors. The battle exploded without warning. Thunder ripped the sky. Fire shook the earth. Smoke covered everything. The world became noise and chaos. And still, the women charged forward. Spears met guns. Flesh met metal. Many fell before they reached the enemy. But others kept running. Wounded warriors stood again. Crawling warriors still moved forward. Courage refused to die. One by one, the women fell. The ground drank their blood. The drums stopped. The shouting faded. Silence took over. The Ninai Mitan had fallen. When the smoke cleared, the land looked different. The kingdom was broken. The army was gone. Survivors were ordered to lay down their weapons. The women warriors were disbanded. Their way of life ended. Some warriors returned to villages. Some could not forget the war. Some could not sleep. They carried scars on their bodies and in their minds. The world moved on, but they remembered. Years passed. One by one, the warriors died. The last known woman warrior passed away in the 1940s. With her, an era ended, but not the story. Historians began to write. The world began to listen. People asked, did women really fight like this? The answer was simple. Yes, they did. The women warriors taught us something powerful. Strength does not belong to one gender. Courage does not ask permission. History is made by those brave enough to stand. Their bodies are gone, but their spirit remains. In stories, in songs, in history, the fire they lit still burns. Long ago, women stood when the world expected them to kneel. They fought when the world expected them to run. They became warriors when the world said they could not. This is not just their story, it is a human story, and it must never be forgotten. If this story touched your heart, let us know in the comments. What part stayed with you the most? Subscribe for more true stories like this, because remembering is how history survives.